Welcome back folks, my name is Last No Meal and today we have some updates regarding the Cyberpunk 2077 delay situation. In case you missed the news, the game has been delayed from September 17th to November 19th. They also sent out a message to everyone that we read through yesterday, so I will leave it on the screen in case you didn't go through it. Again, this is not affecting the Night City Wire and the marketing plan they have rolled out, so the event is still on the 25th. And they also sent out demos to people so they can try out the game, so that footage, according to them, is coming after Night City Wire. So that's fun because hey, we get to see gameplay besides the main event. Again, I don't know what they will show on the NCV, but I am sure they know people are expecting gameplay. And I know these news got to the people, I understand why you might be frustrated, but ultimately it is what it is. We cannot change that fact, and even The Witcher 3 was delayed 2 or 3 times, and in the end you got something nice. And I want to clear also the speculation certain people have that this delay is also because of next-gen consoles and that they want the game for them. Not true, the game is planned for current generation as well as the next generation. So there is no secret conspiracy theory, they want to polish the game before release. And also you had the situation in 2020, no one wanted this to happen this year. It happened, but people had to work from home, and even though it's not the main reason for delay, it's certainly a factor. This morning they also released a full conference call where they touch on some burning questions about the delay. So first things first, this delay does affect the release date for their future expansions as well as multiplayer, and by that it means everything will have to be moved a bit because the main game was moved to November, so it's only logical that other content might get delayed a bit. But they said that this delay won't affect their plans or cut, the amount of future content. Everything is going to, according to the plan when it comes to the future. They were also asked about the future expansions and if we can assume that the game will have more expansions than The Witcher 3, who had 2, and they replied that of course they want to up the game from The Witcher 3, meaning better expansions, but they cannot confirm the number. Again, makes sense, expansions are still far away, but I do actually expect them, to offer something, better than, what they offered in the previous 2 expansions for The Witcher 3, even though it's a bit difficult, like those 2 expansions are really good. Now I want to talk about the consoles. Since the game has been moved closer to the release of the consoles, they were asked if that is going to affect something, especially the sales. Again, CDPR confirmed that they are not worried since people will buy the game on current gen. Usually there is this transition period when new consoles come out, 1 to 2 years until people do actually switch, because some people refuse to switch until they have enough games. And they're also ready for PlayStation 5 and Xbox. Now, if you get the game on PlayStation 4 after PlayStation 5 comes out, you will be able to play Cyberpunk day 1 after a patch on that console, but keep one thing in mind. Sony right now is offering backwards compatibility, which is different than Smart Delivery Xbox has. Meaning that of course you will have games which are going to be backwards compatible on PlayStation 5, and one of them is Cyberpunk. When PlayStation 5 comes out, you can play Cyberpunk on it, obviously taking into account the power of that console. Of course, the quality of the game is going to increase, but more, that's day 1 patch. But more substantial next-gen patch is coming later, and that is also going to be free for the people who buy the game on PlayStation 4. Again, Xbox is much more clear on this. Their smart delivery makes it easier to port, so hopefully Sony has the same tech. But yes, the game will be available day 1 on PlayStation 5. And the next update, that comes for Cyberpunk 2077 for PlayStation 5 is also going to be free. I think this cleared out some questions you have around that, because we actually didn't know what was going on with PlayStation. We knew about Xbox, but yes, we finally know about Sony as well. They were also asked if this will lower the price for holidays. The answer was a clear no. November and December are usually months where people spend more. Then they were asked if they will lower the price for holidays. The answer was a clear no. November and December are usually months where people spend more. Now, it will be a bit different this year because a lot of people sadly lost their jobs, so the spending power is weaker because of the situation, but they said it's a fresh new game and it will be offered at a full price, especially because of the increased traffic in stores, both physical and online, and they had previous cases where people did buy a game which is at full price, but the game is new and fresh. Sadly, no live events for the time being. I mean, physical events. You know, travel is difficult now, so organizing that sort of an event is useless now and pretty much impossible. It's better to stick with online, but they have a full digital marketing campaign ready. They also had a very difficult question regarding the second delay. I mean, this entire call was a bit tense, but that's just how it is. The situation when you have these calls, especially investor calls, are more serious, and it might seem like they're getting grinded over there, but it's just how things go. Investors have to ask these difficult questions because there is money on the line and everything. I think they actually handled these questions really well. And especially that question was because in January they said that the game is done but it's polishing stage, and now it's basically the same thing. The response to that was, of course, in January they had the game which was playable until the end, but they had bugs to squash, and they couldn't show it because it was buggy. But now the game is more polished. They actually, have sent it to people to test it and give their opinions. Also, the build they're recording from will be from PC but streamed due to, people not being able to attend a actual physical show. And look, they said again that they are confident in November. They know they can lose trust by delaying again, and it also costs money because production needs to be extended, and that has to be covered financially. They could have released the game, and if it has bugs, it would be a problem. So in my personal opinion, I understand, it's sad, but it's all for a good title in the end. I also remember the same problem when The Witcher was delayed, and look, what we got in the end was great, so it's just a waiting game now, but with more info, finally. Also, for the demo people get, you won't have spoilers there obviously, but they said people who get it will go from the character creation screen and will be able to do whatever they want in that region, I guess, for a limited amount of time. That's what I got from their answer. Now, regarding extra people, they said they don't have a need to actually employ more people. They are fully capable of finishing everything with the amount of people they have now. And it seems some people already started some plans on the future project, so that's always fun to hear. And that's pretty much it for this video. Now we have to wait until Night City Wire comes. I will have a pre-show, show, and a post-show, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me down below what you think about this, and also smash that like and subscribe button for more Cyberpunk news, and join our growing community on Twitter and Discord. I also made a Patreon page if you were looking for an extra way to support the channel. Check it out, and huge thanks to my current Patreon supporters. This is LKM signing out, and stay classy everyone. Bye bye.